Hey everyone, I'm actually filming this video right after learning the news of Brent Hines passing. Brent Hines, of course, being the ex-guitarist for Mastodon, legendary band. It's absolutely tragic what happened. My heart and condolences go out to his family and anyone associated with him, that of course being the other members of Mastodon, and any other projects that he's been a part of. It's like I said, it's awful what happened, and no one should ever have to go through that. So with that, thank you for sticking around, and please enjoy today's video. What is going on, everybody? It is me, Connor from Echoes of Autumn again, and I have a very special video for you guys. I'm doing my biggest unboxing ever. As you know, I collected a whole bunch of music back in July, and I figured, why not top that? Like, I only collected 40, like around 40-ish albums. Why not do a lot more than that? I actually got inspired to do this by Nick at Thralls of Metal. I know I gush about him constantly, but he's like one of my biggest go-tos when it comes to metal YouTube. And I watched a video of his from a few years ago, recently, that being his Death Gasm grab bag, and it got me thinking, why not splurge and get 4 of them? So basically what it is 25 for 50, 25 CDs for 50 bucks. So I got 4 of them, and they just got here in this big ass box. So yeah, I'm excited. I have no idea what's going to be in here, but from the videos that I've seen on these grab bags, I know a little bit of what to expect. I know the band Avenger is one that people tend to get. Nominon is in there. I think Abominate is in here. But bands I'm really looking forward to are As Your Emote. I think Incantation is one in here. Malevolent Creation. And just some other killer stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into this, shall we? Let me tell you, I was watching like my my tracking like a fucking hawk because I've been so excited for this package, and it got here pretty fast too. I mean, I guess it makes sense too because they are located in Georgia, I believe, and this is just good for me music-wise because it shows me a lot of killer music to get into. And I can see that it is packaged really well. Is that a box inside of a box? I think that is, actually. It's a box in a box. I'm unboxing this one off camera because it's too big to film in front of it. This was a little smaller. I think I can do it. Let me just move some of these out of the way. I was doing, I was trying to record some collection updates. Oh, there's 2 boxes. Oh, shit. Oh, no, there's 3 boxes. Damn. I guess we'll, yeah, there's 3 whole boxes here, so move this out of the way. Yeah, got one of them, 2, and then this big box. I'm gonna save this big one for last. So we'll start with one of these, smaller ones. Let's crack into this. And also, I'm really hoping that there's some samplers in here. I don't know if they're still doing them, but the videos that I saw on them are around like 5 or 6 years old. So I don't know if they're still a part of Deathgasm's thing. I know it said like no promos or anything, I think, on their website. So we'll see. Okay, sweet. Already seeing some goodies. And here is the first box. So we'll go ahead and start with this first one here. 100-day killing spree. Okay. This looks interesting. I don't know anything about this. Again, this is good for me because I don't know really anything that's gonna be in here, I think. Oh my god, really? And it's from Ohio. Like Akron, Ohio. That's really cool. Alright. I'm looking forward to this already, dude. Like, this is awesome. Alright, what do we got here? Oh, like I just said, we're getting Abominant. So, Abominant Napalm Rain. From what I've heard, these guys are pretty, like, solid. I keep, like, when I was searching up these guys and, like, looking at their profiles on Gasm, because they're a Gasm band, it was saying, like, a lot of different things, like mellow death, death thrash, old school death. Definitely interesting. But yeah, Napalm Rain. Oh, it looks like we got some more Abominant. Onward to Annihilation. It says, we are coming, Conquerors of Dust. Definitely has a bit more of a thrash feel with the cover. But, yeah, it looks very interesting. Oh, look, even more Abominant. Awesome. Where Demons Dwell. This is one of the bands I was very curious about, by the way. Yeah. This is already awesome. I'm loving everything so far. Alright, what do we got? Is this Aggressive? Predator's Arrival. Is this Aggressive? Is that what this is called? Yes, Aggressive. Okay. Yeah, it was just the A is really weird on here. I'm assuming thrash. Maybe old school heavy metal. My guess is definitely on thrash though. This is 2011 on Brutalized Records. The 100-day killing spree was on Extremist, and then the Abominants were on Deathgasm. I'll go ahead and mention all of these then. I can already see one duplicate I have, which fine with me. Ass to Mouth, Degenerate. There's a lot of tracks, so I'm going to say grindcore. Grindcore, maybe death grind. This is on Self-Made God Records. Interesting. It has a little picture of, I think, like a pope. Okay. What is this? Asylum, Global Decomposition. Okay. Interesting. This is this came out in, doesn't say actually. Or wait. I can't tell, but it's on Necrotic Records and Severed Records. I am very familiar with that label. I'm a huge Brutal Death fan. And yeah, Severed Records I know very well. Okay. I can tell I'm already going to like this. Athos. Okay, cool. Another band I was expecting in here. The Awakening of Athos. From what I gathered, this is some, well, it actually says it on the spine. Hellenic black metal. This is actually one that Nick unboxed in his, and I'm actually really looking forward to it. I am a black metal fan. I'm getting more into the whole side of black metal. Anyway, this is Arises. That's a weird way of spelling it. Final Hibernation. If I had to guess, Tech Death. Sky Entertainment. I think this is Tech Death. Maybe Prog. Progressive Death. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't tell you. What do we got next? Ooh, Avenger. This is a band I'm familiar with, and you'll see it here shortly. This is Avenger. This is a Bohemian dark metal. They are a blackened death metal band out of, oh my gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head. I think the Czech Republic. I am very well, could be wrong. Another Deathgasm band. The next album I'll show is one I already have, which is fine by me. I'll find a home for it. But yeah, I love this band, and I'm glad to have more of their albums in my collection. And this was the album, Fall of Devotion, Wrath, and Blasphemy. Killer stuff. Absolutely killer stuff. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of black metal, black and death metal, and this album is just absolutely incredible. I received this actually in my last Comatose unboxing, and I was very eager to crack into it. This is Avenger, Feast of Anger, Joy of Despair. Another one that Nick unboxed in his video. I'll try and go through these pretty quickly, but yeah, also on Gasm. Then this one is, oh god, I can't. Beazert, Darkness, Devil, Death. I don't know anything about this. If I had to guess, well, it's on Agonia Records. I think I have a few things by Agonia, or at least I've heard of that label. I want to say maybe Death Grind, maybe some kind of grindcore-ish. It does say deathworship.com, so I'm assuming death metal. We'll see. What do we got here? Oh, Blaspherian. I've actually seen this band on there. Allegiance to the Will of Damnation. This came out on Deathgasm. This came out in 2010. Pretty cool stuff. I think it's like blackened death metal or just straight up black metal, which I'm cool with. It gives me more stuff to listen to. Other than that, I know nothing about it. So here's one I was fully expecting. This is Blastmaster Twisted Metal. This is just some straightforward Tampa death metal. I would imagine like Morbid Angel Worship, or maybe Cannibal Corpse, potentially Death Worship, which either of those things I'm really cool with. Yeah, it says right here, produced by Juan Gonzalez, Morbid Angel, and Terrorizer, and it features members of Diabolic, Unholy Ghost, and Horror of Horrors. Neither of those bands I know. Maybe Diabolic, I've heard the name passed around, but it says Brutal Tampa, Florida Death Metal, so maybe Brutal Death Metal? We'll see. Blood Duster, this is another one that I was kind of interested in. This is Lydenia? Is that how you pronounce it? Lydena? This is some grind that I think, this is another one that Nick had in his. I'm going to keep referencing Nick a lot in case any of these other ones come up that I recognize. Oh, actually, we'll just go ahead and take these out. That way I can just get through them. So yeah, Blood Duster is some grindcore. It's got volumes in it, so I'm assuming this is a compilation, maybe? Could be. Then again, I haven't heard of this band until I watched that video, but here we have Blood Fiend, 10 Years Undead. Okay. By the logo, I would have to guess brutal death metal. It's on Disembodied Records. Again, don't know anything about this. I'm really looking forward to this one. All right, we got some dude's face. Bottle Cop, absolutely nothing. Okay. I'm very thrown off by this, but looking at the back of it, it does have some very brutal death-esque CD lining stuff on here. I guess that's how I would describe it. It has a very brutal death vibe, or at least maybe death grind again. A lot of these are ties in. A lot of these are ties in with brutal death that I'm really cool with. This is one I really wanted to get. Crimson Massacre, The Luster of Pandemonium. This one's on Deathgasm. Came out in 2005. I think it's like some blackened metal, or some blackened death metal at least. I was looking at this, and I was really intrigued. And if I didn't get it, I was going to get it on my own. And I'm assuming, yeah, like, I don't think, from this box alone, I don't think the Azure emote came in here, since we're already through the A's and it's alphabetical. But, you know, in any case, I can just go back and order it. But there is one band, I think Infinitum Obscure is the name, that I'm really looking forward to if it's actually in here. But we'll get there when we get there. But yeah, Crimson Massacre, The Luster of Pandemonium. Really looking forward to this release. This is Cystic Dysentery. Yeah, Culture of Death. Brutal death metal is what I'm guessing. I don't think I saw this on anyone's video, but it's also on Severed Records, so I'm very interested. And obviously, Severed Records are known for a lot of brutal death and slam bands. Alright, now what do we got? Is this... Oh boy. Okay. I think this is supposed to say check or something. I don't know what this is. Churn? Is that what it says? Churn? I don't... It's in a language that I don't know. I would have to guess maybe Czechoslovakian. Maybe. I don't know, but it's on Self-Made God. I'm very intrigued by this. It's only 5 songs, so either really long songs or just a traditional length for an EP. Next up is a split between Defile and Black Mass. Defiling the Masses? Wow, what? Interesting. Okay, this one's on Grim Nocturnal Records. 4 songs for each band. Interesting. I would have to guess black metal. Black and death metal, maybe. And it looks like that logo's a bit questionable. I think that's a reference to a black sun, which I'm not really cool with. Well, no one should be cool with it because it's used in a lot of bad things. But next is Desensitized Virus of Violence. Okay. This one's on Pythos. Is that Pilthos? Pathos Productions. That's an A? Whatever. I'm gonna have to guess, once again, probably grind. Brutal death metal, maybe. I know nothing about this. We'll see what happens. Hey, look at that. Diabolic with Excisions of Exorcisms. So these guys... So, right? Yeah, Diabolic is from Twisted Metal. So these guys are in Twisted Metal to some degree. Came out in 2010 on Gasm. Pretty interesting. The cover is really, really neat. Oh, no way! I've been wanting this release for so long. Oh! We'll get to these in a second. What is this? Fuck you. You're gonna make me read all this. Oh my god. What is the name of this band? Dephosphorus? Is that it? Dephosphorus? Hold on, let me look at this. Yes, Dephosphorus. Wow, I actually read that. So, Dephosphorus with Impossible Orbits. I'm gonna guess old school death metal, potentially with the logo. But it's giving me a very Lovecraftian vibe. Or at least, it almost has like a kaiju vibe, like the original Godzilla movie. At least with the sort of background, but I'm getting very Lovecraftian and kaiju kind of vibes with it. Alright, I am very excited for this release. I've been listening to this album for a while now, and I didn't know that this was an actual thing, like an actual CD, but this is Drowning in Formaldehyde, Dead Blood is the Thickest. An awesome Slam release. Huge fan of Slam. Holy shit. I'm so excited for this release. And this next one I'm super excited for because I've never had anything by this band. But yeah, super excited to give this a spin. I already know what it sounds like, but having a fresh copy is absolutely insane. And I don't even need to explain this one. This is Dying Fetus, Killing on Adrenaline. Holy shit. Dying Fetus, one of the legendary people in metal. Like, this band is fucking incredible. Disembodied Records, Displeased Records. It looks like this is a reissue, or at least maybe a Spanish pressing? Maybe. But super excited to have some Dying Fetus finally in my collection. Next up, Empire of the Scourge, Transcend into Oblivion. It looks like this is a self-made release. Or self-release. Or independent release, I guess would be the proper term. This looks very interesting. Maybe some kind of death doom. Maybe industrial to a degree with the logo at least. I'm very curious about this. That one is very interesting. This is Encephalic Exalted Perversity. I'm gonna have to guess. Oh, what's this? Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is okay, so what this seems to be, this came out on Severed Records. It seems to be songs all about different killers, like actual murderers, like Jeffrey Dahmer is on here. The Toolbox Murderer, or that, and I think Gary Ridgway I recognize, with the Green River Killers, the first one with Gary Ridgway. But this is very intriguing. I'm gonna have to guess Slam or Brutal Death, obviously with the logo. But yeah, very intrigued by that. Next we have Excaligo First Visions. I think I actually saw this somewhere. I don't remember, maybe on their Discogs page, but this is I have to guess an independent release. It doesn't say on the back. It's 100%. Oh, it's Finnish. Interesting. Okay, cool. Very excited by this. Like, I'm getting so much stuff that I don't have in my collection, and so much stuff that I don't know about. Obviously, besides that one Avenger release, Dying Fetus and Drowning Formaldehyde. Apocalyptic Brutal Death Metal. Okay, this is Extremely Rotten Flesh, the end. So obviously, by that title, it would have to be Brutal Death Metal. Very intrigued by this. Doesn't have the typical, it has a very cheap vibe to it. And usually with cheap stuff like that, it's got me intrigued. Because a lot of, like, lo-fi brutal death metal bands are my favorites. And that is the first box. So let me set this aside and get the second box open. I'm already so happy with this box, and I'm only 25 albums in. But so far with the first box, it doesn't look like we got any samplers, which, you know, it's fine. The 100 albums is already enough. I already see one I was looking forward to. Oh, wow. Oh, two I was looking forward to. Wow. Holy shit. I'm so excited, dude. All right, we have looks like a third of what I was hoping for. Anyway, this is an Ohio-based band, I'm pretty sure, but this is Faith Extractor with The Great Shadow Infiltrator. From what I've heard about these guys, and I think they put out an album, it was either this year or late last year, death metal, for sure. I think it was like maybe some kind of thrashy death metal, or maybe tech death is what I'm gathering from here. Potentially old school, which I'm very much fine with. But that cover just, it reeks death metal, and I'm so excited for this. And I need to give that new one a listen to, because if this is good, then I know that one's going to be good. This is Firth of Damnation, Carpe Diem. This is on Kandarian Demon Productions. It looks like black metal, black and death metal potentially, but I would have to go with black metal with the old English style font. This is one I had my eyes on and I was hoping for, so very much happy with that. This is Faux Madness. Okay, don't know anything about this. It's giving potentially. I'm gonna have to go with Death Grind again. I don't know if they do anything other than death metal and black metal on that label, or grindcore even. It says Let Them Come Productions. Came out in 2009. I don't know. I can't really say anything about this. I'm not really sure. Okay, interesting. I recognize this next one. What is this? Forless. I can't read that. What is this? Forless Time of Life. Tenure of Life. Oh my god, it's in cursive. I can't read cursive. Or at least this isn't like a calligraphy style font. I can't read it. But if I find it, I'll put it on the screen. It came out in 2010, Regimental Records. I would have to guess some kind of doom metal, maybe death doom. The cover looks very intriguing. Maybe like a blackened doom. Can't really say for certain. This one I also had my eyes on. This is Gasm with Blood Now Flows. This came out on Gasm and Crewer Records, it looks like, also. But this one I actually had my eyes on courtesy of Comatose. Very, very curious. My eyes always kept going back to this one. Yeah, good thing I don't have to buy it now. It says they think Abominate, Maze of Torment. Let's see. I don't know anyone else of these guys, so very, very intrigued by this. And I'm assuming it's brutal death metal because that logo. This one I know, kind of. This is Glory Hole, Infestation of Evil Eyes Deformities. Pretty sure this is just some crazy, just brutal death metal, and it's on a bunch of labels here. Butchered, United Underground, Severed, and what is that, Old Cemetery? So I'll assume brutal death or death grind. Maybe some just old school death metal, which perfectly fine with, as I said before. Next, we got Gore Inhaled, Fetus and Fetu? Okay. Brutalized Records, so I'm assuming this is a brutal death metal release. Interesting. Oh, I'm looking at the track list here, and at the end they have a Suffocation cover for Catatonia. So I would imagine this is some Suffocation worship, which I love Suffocation. Next, we have Gore Trade, Mistaken Conception. I actually had my eyes on this one. The cover's like way too dark. Again, Brutalized Records, 2010 it looks like also. So I'd have to guess brutal death metal. What is this one? Headshot, Emotional Overload. Okay. Oh, there's some long songs on here. I would have to guess some kind of crazy death grind. It's on Pavement Music. It's one of the oldest releases I've seen so far, 2000. Couldn't tell you anything about this other than what I'm going off of. When I get through all of this music, and it's gonna take a long time for me to get through all of this, like, I'll be set for a while. I'll let you know. Here we have Hellborn, Cursed Infernal Steel. I would have to guess melodic black metal. It's on Ibex Moon Records, which is John McKenzie's from Incantation. I think his label. Got some bonus tracks on here. Next we have what are you? Hilder Valkyrie? Yeah, Hilder Valkyrie. Revealing the Heathen Sun. If I had to guess, this would probably be like some folky black metal. It seems like there's a lot of like Norse kind of worship here. I would have to guess like folky black metal, maybe at the least melodic death metal. But never know until you listen to it. Here's one I was looking forward to. This is Hyperion Through Centuries. Looks like it's just an EP. We have Imperium Infernal, Primitivo. Okay, this is on Soul Eraser Records distribution. Sorry. Couldn't tell you anything about this, honestly. Black metal, perhaps black and death metal. We did get it. Oh, yes. Okay, cool. Sorry, I just fanboyed out for a second. In Articula Mortis, The Time Has Come. It looks like some death metal. Honestly, death metal, grindcore maybe. And I'm assuming that they don't like God. Because the first track, God is Dead. Which, you know, interesting. I don't either, so. Let's see. Incantation, Rotting Spiritual Embodiment. I was hoping I would get this, honestly. I'm a huge Incantation fan. But this is actually a live set that they've done of stuff that was way before Onward to Golgotha, their debut. Super cool, actually. I'm very happy to have this. It's on Gasm, Ibex Moon, and it looks like... yeah, I can't pronounce that. It's like Necro something. But yeah, really looking forward to digging my teeth into that. Next, we have Infer Sepsis. Oh, it's a split. Chronicles of Bloodshed. I would have to guess brutal death metal. or at the very least black metal. I'm a huge fan of splits. Like, I'm super excited to have more splits in my collection because I don't have many. The two notable ones I have are the ones I have Acts of Sadistic Cruelty, which is a 4-way slam split. I have the Waldrofluster and Panopticon split, and I also have the Battle Command split with Zastler and Leviathan. I can't recall if I have any other ones, but those are the three that I can remember. This is... Oh, Infinitum Obscure. Yeah, we got 3 of their albums here, so... And the ones I was actually hoping for. This is Internal Dark Force. I know nothing about this other than the fact that I wanted it. So, I think it's like some kind of like melodic death, melodic black metal, or just straight up black metal. But whatever the case, I am very excited for it because this band has really just been intriguing me ever since I just saw the band. And here was what I really wanted to get into. The Luminous Black. Looks like it's only a 3-track EP. Or maybe very long songs. I don't know. But I was very curious about this. And then this one is Sub Atrasalis. I would say melodic death metal, melodic blackened. Maybe with the inverted cross. I would have to go with melodic black. Alright, there's another one I was actually looking forward to. Ooh, a digipack. Interesting. I'm getting way too ahead of myself. Inner Hate. Synthetic Umbilical Supremacy. I would have to say Brutal Death. It's on Brutalized Records, so that would probably give it away. Next, we have King. Forged by Satan's Doctrine. One I was actually looking at. Some black metal. I know for sure, because it says it on the spine. Satan Death Metal, which I think is really funny. This one is in one of these weird cases. It's in a digipack format. That looks like Mother Mary. This is... Oh my god, I can't read this. Sin Temptation? From the band Kosa? That album cover is really hard to read, so I'll just put it up somewhere in this. Ooh, I don't know what this is. That looks very interesting. This is Cult Offensive. Is it? Cult Offensive? No. Maybe. I don't know. But this is Naoki Rusnik. Very hard to read. Because I don't speak that language. Then we have Cursed in the Labyrinth of Death. I would have to say... Oh, it's upside down. Oh, no. No, it's not. Is it? It was upside down. Oops. This is in the Labyrinth of Death. Australia Records. Interesting. Australis Records. I would imagine black metal. Very interesting. Another split. This is between... Oh, fuck. I don't know how to read this, but the title is Finis Coronat Opus. Yeah. I'll give more information when I find out what is going on with this, so. Then we have Loss, Life Without Hope, Death Without Reason. I would have to say maybe DSBM to a degree. It is on Death Gasm and Fatum Vestri Vita. Then we have Lucifera with Preludio del Val. Something. Not one I'm familiar with. I would have to say black metal. Now, I'm going to try and get through a lot of these quickly because we do have 50 more in this box and 4 more to go right now. So, Manticore. I know this band. I actually have one of their other albums in my collection. This is For Rats and Plague. Huge fan of these guys. Some awesome black and death metal. Here we have Masada. Hideous Rot, another one I was looking at on their site. Looks like an EP. I would have to guess brutal death metal. Then we have Myxomatosis, Sipat Conserva L2 Cap. I butchered that. Oh shit. This is a compilation, I'm assuming, because it has a lot of things to say splits, and, oh, it's a bunch of different splits on here. Splits and demos, it looks like. Holy fuck. I would have to say Gore Grind, based on that cover. Next, we have Moloch. Oh my god, there's so much foreign stuff. Moloch, Sterben unter de Blaste Unvermedlichkeit. Black metal. For sure. Or at least, some kind of, like, blackened gore, not, like, blackened grind. Now, we get onto the big box. And this is what I'm most excited for. I've already enjoyed so much, like, just what I've gotten in here so far. Holy fuck, they packaged this one really nice. Alright, so, quite a lot of stuff here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Alright, this is the last box. So it looks like we have Stalino Conflict. I know nothing about this. Maybe some kind of death grind. Okay. Then we have, oh god, Silovenji, Taste of Death. I would have to say death metal. There are quite a few tracks on here, so maybe Brutal Death. Or it says Grindhead, so it's probably Grindcore. Sick Fuck, I know this band. This is Gore Delicious. This is the alternate cover. Yes, there are tits on the cover. Ooh, this is Severance, the Concession Continuum. I know nothing about this. I would assume some riffy as fuck death metal, which I really enjoy. Semargal Satanogenesis. I would have to say black metal. Ooh, this is interesting. That is very nice. Like, look at that. It's very reflective. This is Sartarial with Lunar Cross. This is a really nice cover, dude. I gotta give them props because this is really nice. Is it embossed at all? No. Actually, kind of. Then we have Sanguis Imperium in Glory March Towards Our Doom. I would have to say black metal. It's on Hell's Headbangers. Okay, I don't think I have too many Hell's Headbangers releases. Sacrificial Justice. Sacrifice Justice. Someone Speaks Shit. I would have to say, it's on Severed Records, so probably Brutal Death. But the cover kind of, or like the logo kind of gives me like MySpace deathcore vibes. This is, oh fuck, Reverie. Isolation. I would have to say black metal, and very long black metal. Alright, now we have Remembrance, Fall Obsidian Night. Ooh, I'm very intrigued. As I've already told you, huge fan of nature-themed music, and this is giving me heavy Doom vibes. Is this another split? I'm getting so many splits in here, I'm so excited. Anthropophagical Warfare and Recidivus. Okay. It's on Mundo Records. Alright, here we have Rebels Advocate and Wendell, a split. Guns, Booze, in the Bible? What the fuck is this? Okay. Okay, this one I was actually looking forward to. Quinta Essentia, Initiates of the Great Work. I think this is some like cool black and death metal. Another Quinta Essentia album, Archetypal Transformation. I'm going to try and go through the rest of these fast because I've been doing this for almost an hour. Prosser Veneficus, Ghost Voices. If I had to guess, black metal, doom metal, probably doom metal. From the Mouth, nope. Prayer of the Dying, From the Mouth of Passing. Interesting. Necro Goat, that was the one I was trying to figure out earlier, Necro Goat. At least I think. But, don't know anything about that one. We have Perihelion with, looks like a self-titled album. Probably black metal. Paganus, another self-titled release. And it looks like it's a 4-track EP or an album with very long songs. All right, here we have Pagan Heritage with Forn Said. Black metal, I'm guessing. Obeisance? Hellbent on Slaughter? Yeah, Obeisance? Obescence? I don't know. It looks like there's another compilation. It looks like it's an EP, and then with a demo, a few demos actually. Okay, looking forward to this. Another split. We have Nunslaughter and Vomit of Doom. Oh, sick. I was really looking forward to getting some Nunslaughter stuff very soon. This is one of the many splits they have. And this is one with Vomit of Doom. And I think it's a live, or no, it's not it's Live Without Mercy, so I'm assuming it's not a live album. But Nunslaughter is absolutely crazy. Here's one I wanted to get. This is Northern Breeze, Sailing to the North. Black metal. I would have to guess black metal. Very, very cool stuff. Then we got Nomenon. I'm assuming these next few albums are from Nomenon because I pretty much expected them to be in here. Like I said, this is Monumentum. And this one is, I'm pretty sure it's a compilation. Yeah, this is a compilation of some other stuff. This is Decades of Abomination. And then this one is Chaos in the Flesh Live. So it looks like I got a full-length demo or comp and a live album. Very interesting. Then we have Nex Zero, and it has a member of Nomenon in here actually, which is really, really nice. It actually also has a member of Watain in here. I'm a big Watain fan, and also Friends of Candlemass, My Dying Bride, Catatonia, Autopsy, and Anathema. I am going to enjoy this. This is another one that Nick actually got in his box, which very, very cool. This is Nervo Chaos, Quarrel in Hell. It looks like it's another compilation. All right, next we have Nepent Atonement. I would say some like nasty death metal, which I'm always fine with. This is Morbid Execution, Vulgar Darkness. Probably some death metal, some like blackened death metal. And then we have Morning Sign with Contramundum. This is Swayze's compilation 1. I don't know what this is. It's a compilation of some kind. I don't know any of the bands on here. Then we have Thargos, Killfuck. Okay. Then we have The New Plague, Insatiable. Okay. Probably black metal. Then we have another split here. Very lo-fi quality. Thrash and Death 3-Way Mexico Attack. It has Cranial Explosion, and that's all I recognize because the rest is very hard to make out. So I'll try and figure that out. Then we have another split between, is it a split? No, it's not a split. Thronelia, Organic Death Temple. Probably some kind of like blackened death metal. All right, now we have Turbocharged, Christ Zero. Then we have Undercroft, the Seventh Hex, I can't read. We're already at an hour of this, folks. Holy shit. I still got a few more things to go. Probably black metal, I would have to guess. That next one looks really interesting. This is Zalpen, Black Rites. I think this is another one I was looking at. At least I think I saw the name passed around on one of these boxes. It looks really interesting though. Here we have another Zalpen album. Woke. It's WOWKOTRR. Yakosa Hateron Lenuit. It's in a slipcase. Interesting. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Then the last one here, but before we get into this is Yellowtooth with Crushed by the Wheels of Progress. I think Classy Lonnie Metal actually got some Yellowtooth in his box. I don't remember what he described it as. All right, we're getting into this last little bit of stuff here. I don't know what could be in here. It looks like, honestly, like a CD and a DVD case. Oh, shit! We did get some comps. Okay, so yeah, we have Imperative Music Volume 8. I was hoping for some comps, dude. Or samplers, at least. This has Venom, Elysian Gates, Quinta Essentia is on here. Let's see, Erebos. That's about all that or Catharsis, I think I recognize too. And then this one is volume XVI. What is that? 16? That's 16? Has an Egyptian vibe to it, which I'm very cool with. And it's got Belphegor, Hanger, Visions of Atlantis. It's about all the ones I know. Suffocation's on here too. That's really cool. Okay. I'm very intrigued by this. I'll have to get some jewel cases for these. Then we also got some like DVD cases with CDs in them. This is weird. I've never gotten these before. Actually, I do have them, but they're in the one of them is the book for Book of Souls by Iron Maiden. But that's the closest thing I have to this. So this is Xenovic Uisance. This is really, really neat. So fucking cool. I've never had anything like this. I'm very excited. Then we have, the last thing we have here is Mimics Brutart. And it's like solid cardboard. This came out in 2007. I'm very intrigued by this. Holy shit. Give me a moment to count all this, just to make sure I got everything. That I got all 100, so give me a second. Okay, so I counted, and I got, in total, 106 albums. They sent me free shit. Are you kidding me? Like, along with these samplers, I got 4 extra bits of music. Probably because I spent a fuck ton of money. Or maybe I miscounted. But from what I counted 106. Holy fuck, dude. How am I gonna organize this? Oh my god, dude. I am very excited for all this music. I can't wait to unpack all of this. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.